Alright, let's not tiptoe around it. Angela Levin didn't just drop a story, she detonated a royal bombshell. One carefully measured statement, and boom, the royal facade that's been polished, packaged, and sold to the world for nearly 7 years started to crack. And guess what she revealed? A secret so juicy that even palace walls couldn't keep it hidden forever. According to the veteran royal biographer, and mind you, this isn't some random tabloid chatter, Meghan Markle's royal love story might not have started with Harry at all. Oh yes, you heard that right. The woman who won Prince Harry's heart might have had her sights on someone else first. Someone higher up, Prince William. That's the claim. Meghan's original target wasn't the spare, but the heir. Can you imagine the shockwaves rippling through those royal halls? It's the kind of revelation that slinks through the corridors of Kensington Palace like smoke. Thick, suffocating, impossible to ignore. And here's the kicker. This isn't just gossip dreamed up by click-hungry bloggers. Angela Levin has been around the royal block for decades. She's spoken to insiders, staffers, aides, people who actually lived through those early Meghan years, and what they told her? Oh, it's wild. They said Meghan's early behavior made everyone's eyebrows shoot up. It wasn't just that she was confident, it was the focus of that confidence. Every conversation, every smile, every glance, it all seemed to circle around one man, Prince William. Not in a flirty, over-the-top way. No. It was subtler than that. Meghan was studying him, like a chess master planning her next move. Every smile was strategic, every compliment had timing, every appearance felt placed. This wasn't just friendliness, this was positioning. Because in royal circles, closeness isn't just social, it's political, it's power. Now let's rewind a bit. Meghan wasn't some wide-eyed newcomer stumbling into royal life. By the time she brushed shoulders with the Cambridges, she was already seasoned in the art of social climbing. She'd been to Hollywood galas, rubbed elbows at political fundraisers, mingled with elites who could make or break careers. She knew how to move. So when Angela Levin says Meghan didn't just learn the game, she mastered it, it hits different. Meghan wasn't lucky to bump into the right people. She sought them out. She got herself into the right rooms, the right events, the right photos. And as the whispers go, one of those rooms had a very important occupant, Prince William. But William, oh, he wasn't born yesterday. Growing up under the harsh glare of royal life trains you to spot opportunists from a mile away. And according to Levin, William saw it almost immediately. He stayed polite, of course, ever the gentleman, but kept his distance. And Kate? Oh, Kate saw it too. That sisterly bond Meghan claimed she wanted, the one she said Kate never offered? Angela Levin suggests it was doomed from the start. Not because of class, not because of culture, but because Meghan once allegedly eyed Kate's husband. Picture it. You're Kate Middleton, poised and graceful, watching another woman watch your husband just a little too closely. Those polite smiles? They'd suddenly feel like daggers wrapped in silk. No wonder the warmth never came. When William didn't bite, the story took a turn. Enter Prince Harry, the charming, slightly rebellious younger brother with a soft heart and a desperate need for real connection. And just like that, the fairy tale began. Within weeks, Harry was swept off his feet. Dates, photos, romantic getaways, the whole modern royal romance rolled out faster than any fairy tale before it. But Levin claims it wasn't all coincidence. It was a pivot. Plan B, William was out of reach. Harry was the next door in line. And bless his heart, he walked right through it, holding it open for her as he went. So where were we? Ah yes, the moment the fairy tale began to shimmer and crack. Once William politely stepped aside, Meghan turned her focus toward Harry. The timing couldn't have been more perfect. Harry was single, emotional, restless. The prince forever walking in his brother's shadow, desperate to carve out his own identity. And here came Meghan Markle. Beautiful, confident, warm, worldly. Everything different from the polished, quiet world he'd always known. It must have felt like destiny to him. But to Angela Levin, it looked more like a strategy. Within weeks of their first meeting, Meghan and Harry were inseparable. The headlines exploded. Hollywood meets royalty. Modern love at the palace. The world was hooked, the cameras flashing, the fairy tale soundtrack practically writing itself. But behind that glowing narrative, Levin whispers, was a layer of urgency, as if Meghan was racing against time. It wasn't just love, it was execution. A new path, a new plan, and Harry, kind, trusting, and hopelessly romantic, was the key that unlocked every royal door. Let's be honest, the pace of their relationship was unreal. Engagements don't usually happen that fast in the royal family, but this one, it went from first date to lifelong commitment in what felt like a blink. People swooned, the press couldn't get enough. But the palace staff, they were whispering. Too fast, they said, too soon. And now, years later, Angela Levin's claim paints all of it in a new, unsettling light. Because if Harry wasn't Meghan's first choice, if he was the backup plan after William, then the entire love story begins to look like a carefully crafted brand, not a spontaneous romance. That's the part that stings the most, because we all wanted to believe it. We wanted the fairy tale, the rebellious prince and the strong, independent woman breaking royal traditions. It was cinematic. But once that illusion cracks, you can't unsee the seams. And Angela Levin doesn't stop there. Oh no, she goes deeper. straight into Meghan's history, piece by piece, pattern by pattern. See, Meghan's relationships, both personal and professional, always carried the same signature: ambition, progress, positioning. Every friendship seemed to lead upward, every connection perfectly timed. And when you trace that pattern back, the puzzle pieces start to align a little too neatly. Take her first marriage, Trevor Engelson. Not just a Hollywood boyfriend, but a producer, a man with access, connections, influence, the kind of person who could open doors in an industry where doors rarely budge. That marriage may not have lasted, but it pushed her visibility far higher than Suits ever did on its own. And when that chapter closed, oh, Meghan didn't crumble. She glowed up. She rebranded herself. Suddenly, she was rubbing shoulders with stylists, publicists, philanthropists, the movers and shakers of LA and London. Each new social circle brought her closer to elite territory. So when Angela Levin suggests Meghan saw the royal family not as a home but as a ladder, it hits hard, because the timeline, the behavior, the choices, they all fit. And here's the twist nobody saw coming. Levin's palace sources say Meghan's interest in William wasn't romantic fireworks. It was about what he represented: status, legacy, power. The throne wasn't just a seat to her, it was the ultimate stage. And then there's Kate. Sweet, composed Kate. The woman who's weathered everything from wardrobe malfunctions to media storms with that same graceful smile. Meghan once painted her as cold, distant, unwelcoming. But if Levin's revelations hold even a grain of truth, maybe Kate wasn't being icy. Maybe she was being careful. Imagine it. You're Kate Middleton watching another woman study your husband like he's a chess piece in her strategy. Of course you'd build walls. You'd smile, nod, but keep your distance. It's not cruelty, it's self-preservation. And maybe that's why the so-called sisterly bond never blossomed. Because this wasn't just a cultural mismatch. It was a quiet rivalry. One rooted not in gossip, but in instinct. Now fast forward to today. Meghan's team, usually lightning fast at clapping back when something negative surfaces, is dead silent. No denials, no statements, no lawyer letters, nothing. And that silence? It's deafening. For a woman who built her empire on image control and narrative mastery, saying nothing feels almost like saying everything. Even her staunchest defenders are struggling to spin this one. Angela Levin didn't just light a fire, she exposed the dry kindling that was already there. Years of whispers, subtle clues, unanswered questions. Of course, Meghan's supporters call all this nonsense, claiming it's just another recycled attack from the royal press. But here's the irony. Their silence, her silence, is making it worse. Every hour she doesn't speak, the whispers grow louder. Maybe she thought ignoring it would make it disappear. But this story isn't fading. It's spreading like wildfire. And it's not because people want to hate her. It's because they feel duped. They rooted for her. They believed in the modern love story that promised to change the monarchy forever. And now, that story feels staged. Angela Levin didn't create the cracks. She just pointed at them. And the saddest part? What's left standing isn't a triumphant power couple. It's a lonely prince, defending a love that might never have been what he thought it was. Harry, the eternal romantic, the boy who lost his mother too soon, now stands at the edge of a story that might have never truly been his. Not a prince in a fairy tale anymore, but a man who fell in love with a dream. And dreams, as we all know, can be beautiful until they shatter.